another random reaction to Gutters Collective TV. We're just gonna scroll and scroll, and stop. South Saturday. Oh, looks like I already watched that one 6 months ago. No, we'll just go down more. See, it's kind of hard to figure out what to watch because he talks about touchy subjects, but he has a lot of nothing to say about it. But we're gonna go like this. We're gonna stop. Nah. See that? Hell no. You're a fucking punk bitch, Gummer. For even mentioning the homie hangout. So we're just gonna listen to this bullshit. I don't know what this is. Alright, give a random reaction to a commercial. Let's get it.
Were you recently injured in a car accident? If
No, I wasn't.
so, you need to stop now and immediately.
Buenos dias, Gunners Collective TV. Back at it? You already know. Like a
I don't want to know.
torta with a smack. Cabbage pie. Bye. Listen.
Look at this guy. Look at him. This fucking nerd with his nerd glasses. All right.
Get to the old school intro.
Nobody cares.
Welcome back to the channel, and if you haven't already hit that like and subscribe button,
Welcome back to the channel.
make sure you go ahead and do that. Put your notification bell on all so that way you're directing the
Welcome back to the channel. Hit the notification bell.
direction of the dope content that the gun stays kicking. And I appreciate your support, man. I'm very humbled by it.
No, you don't.
So let's talk about
No,
Jakey
you
the
fucking
Snakey.
don't.
Pass. Not pass.
The fuck is that? Like, he can't stay away from his fucking perversion. He really can't. You know? You really can't stay away from his perversion. And that, I doubt you could wear that beanie, Gummer. I really do. And when you do, it's inside your own fucking house.
Pass, motherfucker. Palo. 31
This dude's a fucking pervert.
years, right? 31 flavors. And he's going to have his choice of everything. Or he might not even have a choice. They might just give him 32 flavors.
Notice his little weird twitches and like body gestures when he tries to be funny. He like twitches out like some kind of fucking malfunctioning robot.
Fuck him, right? He's gone. Hasta la hola. Hasta la bye-bye. Hasta la nola, right? See you later, alligator. And after a long while, crocodile.
What the hell's going on here? I forgot what he was been talking about this whole time. He's like trying to hypnotize me with this bullshit.
J. Carl is now convicted, signed, sealed, and delivered to the Department of Corrections for 31 years. Now, what does that mean? That means he has 25 years to life.
The fuck? What the fuck, dude? I'm glad you think your fucking audience are a bunch of fifth graders, because that just shows what kind of person you are.
With the consecutive 6 years, 8 months, ran wild, right? So, if that man was ever to go to board, and I mean, just he has to be a perfect angel and just do all the programs and be just
What the hell's going on here? I don't even know what he's talking about. Jake Harrow tried to kill himself in the county.
a model fucking convict prisoner, right? Which is very hard to do in the California Department of Corrections, especially with a child.
He does the same shit. My bad. He does the same shit as his fucking debriefer boyfriend. CDCR, dude. Just say that.
Charges baby killers, right? But if he's able to avoid all the shady
Oh, the
moves that are coming his way. Okay? And that's gonna take a miracle. But if he's willing,
What the fuck? Gunner, look at these eyes. I think you are under MK Ultra. Look at that. Let's just watch it.
and able to go and just put his head down and do what he's got to do and hope that no one recognizes who the fuck he is when everybody knows who he is and they're waiting on him.
What the fuck, dude? He like he answered his own question in 1.5 seconds. The fuck?
And that's gonna take a miracle. But if he's willing and able to go and just put his head down and do what he's got to do and hope that no one recognizes who the fuck he is when everybody knows who he is and they're waiting on him.
Noted.
If that miracle happens and he gets granted, okay, you're good, you're a model citizen, but Spaghetti-O, you still owe us 6 years, 8 months.
Spaghetti-O.
So it's good. It's a needless to say.
He said, Spaghetti-O. He said, Spaghetti-O. This thug ass fool right here. This was thugging on the internet, but he said, Spaghetti-O.
That guy is going to sit in prison for the rest of his life. Now, I want to tell you guys a secret. I was told something yesterday. A little birdie whispered in my ear, right? And it was actually put out on IG and on TikTok by other.
What the fuck? Oh my goodness.
So it's good. It's a needless to say, that guy is going to sit in prison for the rest of his life. Now, I want to tell you guys a secret. I was told something yesterday. A little birdie whispered in my ear.
So what he's basically doing right there is saying that I'm a snitch because somebody told me the insider information. But this is some valuable information. So let me say it on my Gummers Collective TV.
Right? And it was actually put out on IG and on TikTok by other people who were covering yesterday's sentencing hearing.
The fuck, dude?
And so when I was told, I thought I caught it, but I wasn't too sure. And then someone told me about it. Thank you. They know who they are.
So he's snitching somebody else out, but he doesn't want to give up the source. We got you, Gummer.
And I immediately started to vet it, this story, right? And I
this guy trying to use big words. Look at him. Just look at this fool. What's up with your stupid glasses, bro?
as I went down that rabbit hole, I started hearing a few.
Holy shit. This is 3 minutes in? Holy crap.
Different people saying the same thing, so I had to go a little bit further. I had to make a few little calls, and I found out there was a lot of truth behind this. So if you remember correctly, this is Jake Harrow's little secret in county jail. Well, I guess they kept it secretive for whatever reason. Honestly, it was none of our business. It probably was.
What the fuck is he even talking about? I have to rewind all that shit again just to listen.
And as I went down that rabbit hole, I started hearing a few different people saying the same thing, so I had to go a little bit further. I had to make a few little calls, and I found out there was a lot of truth behind this. So if you remember correctly, this is Jake Harrow's little secret in.
If I remember correctly, I don't even think you know if you remember correctly. What the hell?
County jail. Well, I guess they kept it secretive for whatever reason. Honestly, it was none of our business. It probably wasn't
No, honestly with you. There is no honestly with you.
put out there, but eventually everything gets put out there. Everything gets exposed. That's just how the world works.
Yeah.
Can't hide shit, right? Someone's always going to find out.
That's right, Gummer. Everybody's going to find out about you.
But when Jake initially got incarcerated for baby Manuel's killing, right?
Look, I don't know what he's talking about, to tell you the truth.
Right? For being the murderer of baby Manuel. Now we could say it. We don't have to say.
Okay, so now he's just using somebody else's pain to make money off of. And it's 3 minutes, 41 seconds in, right? I'm doing a 10-minute reaction to this shit. And this has gone nowhere.
Allegedly, we don't have to say maybe, we don't have to say she did it or he did. The fucker admitted it. That's on you, Holmes, right? But while he was incarcerated in the county jail, about a week after being locked up, remember the main focus on him was this alleged undercover.
Why did he say remember? Is he talking to himself?
That they put into the cell with him, and that he admitted that he rolled over and that he killed baby Emmanuel, and then he threw him in the trash, and that fucking fake story. And then there was a lot of people that were.
All right, wow. I apologize. I didn't know he was going to be talking about this, but just check his get down. This is how he gets down. All right, I'm going to cut it off at 15 minutes, but this is 4 minutes in.
That ever happened, that there was ever any undercover that recorded him secretly or got him to, admit guilt, to make,
What the hell, dude? This is a tragedy that he's talking about. But look how he stumbles and fumbles over his own words.
Whoever decided to lie about it, they lied about it. It happened. It was put out there by a very reliable news source. But anyways, everybody's attention was focused.
Very reliable news source. But then again, everybody's attention was focused on what? Was focused on what, Governor? Let's listen in.
On that. A couple days later, he was moved from that county jail to the county jail that he sits down and he resides in right now. And a lot of people were wondering why. And there was a lot of people, well, maybe they're separating him from the county jail where Rebecca is housed. Maybe there's a reason for that. And I always thought to myself, why?
He always thought to himself that somebody's not incarcerated next to the fucking horrible mother. That he's not. Oh my goodness, dude. This is fucking painful to watch.
If you have a crimey that's a female and she's not going to be housed with you, you're not going to be in the same block. 9 times out of 10, you're not going to have no action at communication. They make sure that the men.
This is painful to watch.
And the females are separated. You might see them in booking. You might see them when they're getting out or in passing on the way to an appointment in there, a doctor's appointment or whatever. But the fact is, you're not going to have frequent, continual correspondence.
Frequent, continual correspondence? What the fuck are you talking about? What the fuck? What's up with you using those words?
With them, unless you're writing through the mail and you're allowed to. Usually when it's a crime partner, you're not allowed to write within the facility, right? Because they don't want you messing up the safety and security of the facility. That's a threat. It is a threat to the integrity of what they got going on in that county jail.
The integrity?
So
it's a threat to the integrity to the county jail. What the fuck, dude? You're a fucking weirdo. How in the fuck do you just keep on rambling? Oh, there it is. There it is. See that? That's a poster of himself. So I'll just pay attention to that for a little bit.
well, I thought to myself, why would they separate this guy? Because there's been plenty of times I've been locked up with like a homegirl. We all got caught up at a house party. There was a gun there or whatever. Everyone gets locked up. And they just have the homegirls on the other side. I know in Sandy Mush, where I used to go all the time, it's a county jail, kind of like I wouldn't say, we call it a road camp, right? It was out in El Nido, California, for Merced County. Everyone goes to Planada, Los Baños, Merced, Dos Palos. Anyways, you can find any type of character.
Anyways, yeah, just don't listen to what I'm saying. I'm just feeding you bullshit while there's a fucking poster of myself in the background, right? Okay.
There, they did have the females on the other side of the chow hall. And so when we did work the chow hall back in the days and we were in there, you know what I'm saying, we used to get to see some titties. But that was about it. But there was...
What the fuck? How did that turn into fucking seeing some titties? What the hell, dude? Like, you're talking about something that horrible happened, right? And now you're touching the brim of your hat, right? But you got to see some titties, right? That's all you care about, is seeing some titties. Even though you're talking about a horrible case that's happening.
the communication with sign language and all that, it wasn't too much of a big deal. The whole moral of that is that they didn't separate us. They didn't.
The whole moral of that. This guy is just too much, dude. He said he tried to unite the raza at one point. That he cares about the raza. But listen to how he talks.
To a whole different county jail. That was where the females were housed, and that was that. Maybe it was because I come from a smaller county, a smaller jail facility, and they didn't have more action at
More action. All right, I'm gonna end this right here.